Building an application without writing a single line of code is the dream for all of us. And there are so many of these no-code builders out at the moment, ones that pretty much paved the way. Think of Cursor, V0, Bolt.new, which is one of my personal favorites. With all of these no-code builders coming out, there's a lot of new players in the market as well. One of them in particular is called Lovable, and that will be the topic of today's video. Now, I'll be upfront and honest. Lovable is pretty much the exact same thing as Bolt.new. It's a no-code builder that gets you over the line, allows you to build applications without writing a single line of code, and it uses AI to get you there. However, there are two standout features that Lovable has that the majority, if not all, of these other no-code builders do not have currently. And I think they are such standout features that they are worth talking about in this video. So this is pretty much what we're going to go through today. So we're going to look at what is Lovable, why should you care? We're going to look at the features that matter, right? Specifically the two, like I mentioned, that stand out for me. We're going to do a pricing comparison because we like to keep things practical on this channel between Lovable and Bolt.new. And then we're going to do a hands-on test, right? So I've kind of crafted 3 prompts that we're going to put into Lovable and Bolt.new, the exact same prompts at the exact same time. And we're going to see the output. And we're going to basically compare and evaluate, the final outcome. And then we're going to look at the good, the bad, and the Lovable. And finally, I will give you a verdict at the end on whether am I switching from Bolt.new to Lovable. We will see. So grab a coffee and let's get stuck into it. So Lovable is pretty much, like I said, a no-code builder. It was actually developed by the team behind another application. Some of you might have known of it, GPT Engineer. And while GPT Engineer kind of focused on terminal-based coding, Lovable offers, kind of that clean, minimal way of being able to code your applications without writing a single line of code. So it is very different, but the team that's developed it has that dev background. So, you're well rest assured about how they go about setting up Lovable to not just build applications, but build it the right way. So I want to quickly talk about pricing because I think it's really a practical approach when you're looking at no-code builders and tools. And there's so many AI tools out there that I find, at least with myself, I'm continuously flooded with all these different tools, and I'm signing up to different free trials and then taking, purchasing pro subscriptions, and those subscriptions quickly stack up. Then you're paying hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month for tools that you may not be using. So very important to look at price. And what I want to do is I want to compare Lovable to Bolt.new just to give you an indication. It should be known that both Bolt.new and Lovable have a free tier. And in my opinion, both tiers suck. They are both quite stingy in what you get. They are free tiers, fair enough. But with Bolt.new, you get credits that you can use, and those credits really dissipate quite quickly. And with Lovable, you get 5 free prompts a day. But if you've ever used ChatGPT, 5 prompts, I use 5 prompts in 30 minutes. So when you're trying to code an application, more so you're going to continuously try and iterate, and those 5 prompts are gone very quickly. So the free versions allow you to do that, just to be able to trial out the application, see if you like it, and it's definitely worth trying it out and see if you like it. The pro versions, or I guess the next bump up, maybe the basic versions and the starter versions, are $20 a month, and they are both $20 a month, both on Lovable and Bolt.new. So there's really not much you can say about that on either of them. Both those paid tiers are nearly identical. So it really comes down to the features that you prefer and the workflow that either one gives you. Alrighty, so I want to talk about the 2 features that Lovable has that I think are real standouts. The first one is remixable public templates. So on the free tier, anyone who creates any projects on the free tier becomes public knowledge. And I'll scroll down here. You can see under the section here, my projects, latest and featured. This is featuring public developed apps, right? So anyone on the free tier who's developed out an app falls into this list. And then obviously they become featured in some way or in some fashion. But you can open up any of these and use it as inspiration and carry on building it. You can literally click on, so we'll click on this one here. And once it's loaded up, there's an actual remix button in the top right corner here that you can literally click, and you can continue developing this out. And you can say, I really like the space of what this person's done. and I want to use this as the base for my application. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build it, which I think is really, really awesome. So that's the first version. And there's not just, I'll quickly pop back here. So these are the public available templates that you can use as inspiration, but there are also Lovable based templates, right? That's landing pages, dashboards, tools and apps. And there's a number of templates in there that you can use for free to get you started. So for example, a cryptocurrency trading dashboard. We click on that, you can literally say start building, it will launch it, and you can get stuck into it and build your own crypto coin tracking app. And it gives you that templates to start with, which is amazing, something Bolt.new doesn't have. Bolt.new has something called Bolt Starter, which is a third-party website that has templates. So you can go through that, but it's not integrated into the application. It's not from Bolt.new itself. So Lovable really, wins in that category, which I think is pretty awesome. So I'm just going to load up this this builder here for this crypto coin app and just quickly show you how it looks. So yeah, you can see the crypto dashboard loads quite quickly, and it's a full-on dashboard like you would on, like, if you use Binance or Coinbase or any of those. And yeah, you can use this as your starting point. Bitcoin just hit over $100,000 this week, so this came to my mind. Alrighty, so the second feature, which is my favorite feature about Lovable, is editable display elements, right? So you can basically select specific items or specific elements in an application and edit those elements only. You can prompt around just those elements. So on something like Bolt.new, you would have to enter in the prompt, right? You'd have to say, you specify specific elements. Say the button that says submit, I want to do such and such. So maybe I want to make it blue, or I want, when you click it, there's a specific functionality that occurs. With Lovable, you literally can select that element and then prompt around it. And I'll show you in this dashboard that we've got. We're still in this crypto dashboard that's, is one of the public dashboards. If you go to this select button here, you can basically go and select any of these elements and you can edit them, right? So you can literally click on Bitcoin price. So it's picked up that element and you can say, change this to rather say Bitcoin chart instead of Bitcoin price, right? And it will pick up that element and it will focus just on the elements and use that prompt to edit that specific element, right? So it should change it up now. Let's give it a second. So it's spinning up the preview. And there you go. We've now got it changed from Bitcoin price to Bitcoin chart. And yeah, you can just go hit select again and you can literally change up any of these elements, which I think is really, really awesome. It takes that work out of, especially once you've built out a multi-page application, you might want to change high-level features, like change the entire color gradients of the entire app, which is fine. You can do that within Bolt.new. But if you want to focus on a specific element, you've got to basically guide your AI assistant to that element. With this, you can literally just hit select and edit that element in of itself in its own little capsule, which is amazing. Alrighty, so I've got Lovable and Bolt.new up and running, and these are the three prompts that we're going to test both of them against each other. So we're going to look at a CRM test prompt, building out like a basic CRM, one for a crypto portfolio tracker, something similar to what we've looked at already, just something a little bit simpler, and then a Netflix-like streaming app, which is hopefully going to include a little bit of images and maybe video, and see how either of them handle that. Alrighty, so we've got both of them up and running over here, and we will get stuck in. Alrighty, so first what we're going to do is the CRM test prompt. So I'm going to copy the prompt over here, which is basically creating a CRM that allows us to add contacts with name and surname and email address, put them as lead or customer, so categorize them, view all those contacts in a table format, and then be able to update that contact status directly from the table, and then basically have a little summary of the total number of contacts and the count of each status, how many leads versus how many customers. Alrighty, so let's copy that and let's go over here. I've loaded up both of these and I'm literally going to pop the prompt into both, and we're going to hit submit, and we're going to hit submit. Alrighty, there we go. So let's watch it do its magic and let's see what final result we get. One thing I have to say I do like about Bolt.new is I like watching it code. Which, yeah, I guess Lovable is doing something similar here. But I just like the way that Bolt.new does it. I think it's just preference. Be interesting to see which of these give a preview first. I don't, in terms of your actual, like the speed of it and the actual feedback of getting that final preview, they're very similar from what I've been able to see so far. So that I don't think is a very big factor. But I guess it would be interesting just to see which one is slightly faster. It looks like Bolt.new is gonna get there first. Let's close that. Maybe we can close that. Oh, there it is. Bolt.new got there first. Okay. I think, yeah, Lovable's going to come in just right now. There we go. Okay, so it is pretty difficult to see both of these on the same screen. So what we'll do is we'll go through each. I'm going to open up Lovable first. Pretty basic, minimal display and UI. So, nothing amazing. Let's go and try and add a contact. So we'll add myself, Jagger, email address. Will make me a customer, add contact. All right. And then let's go and add, I don't know, add Jerry Seinfeld. Oh, wait, sorry. Jerry dot Seinfeld at gmail.com, and we'll make him our lead. Cool. So we got one lead, one customer. So if we had to change myself to a lead, it updates the dashboard, does exactly what we wanted it to. It's a nice format. And yeah, like the beauty of it, I love this little display functionalities. We can actually, looks like it actually disappears on this, but you can still pick up the different elements. I just love that functionality. Alrighty, so we will now go through to Bolt. Let's open that up. Alrighty, so Bolt.new has, in my opinion, a little bit more variation, or maybe that's not the right word, but a variation in its UI. It's put a little bit more effort into it, like kind of the colored numbers here on leads and customers for total contacts. And you don't have to click add contact for it to bring up that pop-up, which I kind of like. It's all in one pager. So, one pager. So if we go name, pop in my email address, make me a lead, add contact, boom. Okay, and let's just add, I don't know, Frank, and we can say Frank at gmail.com, make him a customer, add that contact, boom, and you can go here and change those to lead to customer. So very, very similar. I would say probably the UI for Bolt.new looks a little bit better. But yeah, what do you think? Alrighty, so we are now going to try our second prompt, something with more of like, more functionality, I guess, or at least we hope so. This is quite a basic prompt. We're going to do a crypto coin portfolio tracker. So this is going to basically create a crypto portfolio tracker that allows us to add cryptocurrencies with different, kind of name, quantity owned, the current price, which will be entered manually, and then display a table showing our total holdings, and then finally a summary. So if we copy that and we close this and we go to Lovable and we go to Bolt.new. I started Lovable first on the last one, so I'll start Bolt.new on the now. Submit. Boom, they are off to the races. Alrighty, so yeah, let's see what we get from this test number 2, and let's see what our crypto coin portfolio tracker will be in, probably about a minute. Yeah, you know what? You can actually see how it's coding on Lovable as well. So I mean that's very similar to Bolt.new. I mean, look at that. Look how they are on par with each other. And they're pretty much creating very similar files. Obviously, it's the same application. Oh, it does. Yeah, Bolt.new got there first. Okay, so this is what Bolt.new looks like. Ooh, I do like how Lovable's done theirs. Alrighty, so we'll start with Bolt.new. Okay, so let's open up our preview. Let's just reload it. Alrighty, so Very simple UI, nothing amazing. We're going to add our crypto. So let's go and say we're going to add some Bitcoin. Let's go and say 2 Bitcoin. Current price is about like 200 or 100 grand. Just gone over $100,000, which is pretty awesome. Jeez, back in 2015, it was $1,500, which is mad to think about now. Yeah, back to university days. Amazing. Okay, add that. Awesome. So we've got $200,000 worth of Bitcoin. We're going to add maybe, Ethereum and quantity owned. Let's just say we own like 23 Ethereum. Current price, $2,500. You're not too sure about that. So there's our total, right? And our total portfolio value. Obviously, there's so much more you can do. This is so simple. You can add any cryptocurrency name that doesn't exist yet, and the price. You want to be able to, add in an API to like CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, and it pulls in the current price as soon as you select from a drop down or you search, for crypto, and it obviously will search through using the API. But just from a UI perspective, this is what Bolt.new gave us. And then if we look at Lovable, I like this. I really do like this. So if we added Bitcoin, quantity of $200,000, add that. We've got a total of 2 cryptocurrency added. That's cool. So it's a little bit of a notification that gives you your portfolio has been updated, gives you your overall value. It gives you a little bit of a description here as well. Crypto portfolio tracker, track your cryptocurrency investments in one place, which Bolt.new didn't give us. If we actually open this up, it doesn't give us a little description. So it's given us a little bit more. One thing I actually want to quickly see is like current price. Oh yeah, you can literally just say how many. It was the same. It's the same as Bolt.new here, where you can kind of just tap on that and increase the price. But very, very similar. You can then go ahead and delete these. I'm pretty sure you can do the same over here. You can delete that. And it says cryptocurrency removed. Cryptocurrency has been removed from your portfolio. So you know what? I like this one from Lovable compared. So one for Bolt.new, one for Lovable. Let's try the third one. Alrighty, so the third and final test is going to be a Netflix-like streaming app. So this is the prompt we want to do, which is building out pretty much what Netflix is, like a video streaming website. So let's copy that and let's pop it into Lovable. Let's pop it into Bolt.new and let's submit both of them. Boom. Alrighty, so let's see how this goes. Just while this also loads, I think it's important that, if this is something of value to you guys and you like this, definitely like and subscribe. Like this video, comment, let me know what you're kind of building with Lovable or Bolt.new, because if there's some good feedback on this, then I can look into developing out some decent apps with Lovable, just like I want to do with and I'm doing with Bolt.new. So let me know and we can definitely make that happen. Oh, interesting. We got an error for Lovable. Okay, let's see if we get an error for Bolt.new. Oops, it looks like our AI had a bit of a hiccup and broke the app. Interesting. Let's see if Bolt.new gives us an error. No error. Oh, NetStream. Very interesting, man. Okay. All right. So before we look at Bolt.new, obviously Lovable's given us an error, right? So we're going to try and fix this error just to give it an attempt to fix the error and give us a final result. So let's go about doing that. Let's open this up. Okay, so they're trying to help fix this error. Let's give it a minute and then we'll see. Okay, the error has been fixed. Let's see if we get a preview. Okay, we do. Streamflix. Interesting. Okay, we'll start because we're here already. I'll open this up in another tab just so it's easy to view. Alrighty, so Streamflix, home movie series. There's a search button, a little like alert bell. And we got our first movie here, Inception, Thief Who Steals Corporate Secrets. If we click play, nothing's obviously going to happen because the movie's not there. But then we've got some of the trending now ones, new releases, pretty much the exact same. home, movies. It actually does load up the movie category. Does it? Try reload that. Nah, I don't think it loads that up. I think the same thing will be with series. Yeah, it just leads you to a black screen. Okay, so, I mean, we don't even get more info. The buttons are completely, yeah, they don't work at all. So it's just that initial UI, which is what we asked for. Fair enough. Then let's look at Bolt.new. So let's open that up. Let's reload preview. All right, NetStream. So we've actually got a search bar here, which I don't think we got with, we do have a search bar. Sorry. So both have search bars, but we've got a sign in, sign up page, featured title, and then we've only got like one featured and one trending, which when we click play, nothing really happens as it shouldn't. Fairly similar. Probably this is the closest to Netflix, just in terms of the color scheme from Bolt.new's perspective, where, you know, we've got just a different color scheme from Lovable here, but both of them are pretty spot on here. And yeah, man, I would say this is pretty much like a tie. I don't think the only thing is to consider is Lovable had an error. Bolt.new didn't. So take that into consideration. It was one error that we were able to fix using AI anyway. So I think, negligible. And the speed in terms of how they loaded was negligible. So but yeah, I think the point of this was just to show you them side by side in terms of a comparison. How it looks, and yeah, take that with what and use it with what you want. Alrighty, so we're back in a Lovable, and I think as a conclusion here, we kind of want to look at the good, the bad, and the Lovable, right? So what's good, right? For me, it's those two standout features: editable elements, the community templates, the templates that come with Lovable. I think that starting point for having that level of inspiration is great, and that's why I will use Lovable in the future. Definitely play around with it a lot more. The bad here, probably that we've got the free tier sucks, but so does Bolt.news. It's not going to give you a lot. 5 free prompts a day is not much. And yeah, man, I think one of the things to love about this is it comes from a solid team, right? So the team that started GPT Engineer, you have to understand Lovable within, I think, 8 days of it launching, hits 1 million ARR, or annual recurring revenue, which is really impressive. So comes from a good team. It's had a good little hype cycle as it's launched. And I think it's a solid no-code builder. So yeah, definitely go give it a try. The final verdict for me would be that I think Lovable, idea to app in seconds, right? Is it the Bolt.new killer? Not quite. But does it have its own unique strengths, like those community-driven templates, the editable elements? 100% it does. So if you're looking to try out a new no-code platform, give it a try. It's definitely not perfect, but it's doing enough right that it can compete, in my opinion, with Bolt.new, with Cursor, V0, and the lot. Very, very interesting. Which no-code tool is your favorite? Drop a comment below, like and subscribe. This is the only way it really shows me if I should be doing more of these videos. If you guys like Lovable, you want me to do more videos on it and some more in-depth apps that we can build from start to finish, let me know, and we can definitely make that happen. Until the next one, guys, enjoy. Remember, no code, no problem. Cheers.